Hello everyone, and today's topic is about user account management. User account management commands. Managing user accounts involves creating, assigning passwords, modifying, deleting the users. Red Hat Enterprise Linux provides a set of tools for providing and performing these operations. These tools are and the commands are useradd command to add new user to the system, usermod command to modify the attributes of an existing user, userdel command to remove a user from the system, passwd command is available to set or modify user's password. So we will go and learn these four commands and their backends in the Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So first exercise is the useradd command. The useradd command adds entries to the 4 user authentication files for each account added to the system. It creates a home directory for the user and copies the default user startup files from the skeleton directory, which is etc/skel into user directory. The 4 authentication files we have already learned in the previous chapter. So the first thing which we'll do is to create a user. So create a user true with the default values. And the simple procedure is that we'll use the useradd command and then space and the username. So here in our example, it is user2. Then we will set a password to this user. So assign this user a password and enter it twice. So we will use the passwd command. Passwd space user2. The RHEL will ask you the new password. Set a password here. Because I set the password too simple, therefore it gives me a warning here that password is too short and then the 8 characters. However, because I am from the root user, it didn't stop me and I retyped the password and it all said the authentication successfully updated. Means the password has been updated for the user too. Now, after creating this user, if we grab the 4 authentication file, which we have already learned in the previous chapter, so we will grab that. So grab for user 2 on authentication file to examine what user add command has been added. So we'll do the cd etc. We'll change our directory to the etc. Then we will grab the user 2 in passwd, shadow, group, and gshadow files. So these are the 4 files in which we will grab the keyword user2. And by using the semicolon, we have run all these commands all together. So in first passwd file, user2 is available, and we can see that the user2 has been created here. This X is, you know very well that it is represented pointer to the password in the shadow file. And then this is the user ID and the group ID, and then the home directory of the user and its bash is shell. Then this is the user 2 entry into the shadow file, where we can see that there is the user 2 and its encrypted password. Okay, and the date of expiry. For further details, you can review my previous chapter. And the third entry into the group file, where we can see the user 2 and X is the password pointer to the gshadow and the 1004 is the group ID, which is also equivalent to the user ID as well, and the gshadow file. So these are the four entries. Whenever we create a new user, it passes an entry to these four files. So let's do this exercise in our Linux as well. So here's my enterprise Red Hat Linux. I am in the root user. Okay, as you can see here. Now let's do it again. User add. And it didn't give me any error. So this means the user has been created, but we have to set a password for it as well. So we'll use the command passwd and we'll set up a password. For example, our simple password here, sorry, passwd and able, and they will give the username, and it will then ask me the password. And the all token has been successfully updated, means the password has been successfully created. So now let's review the files, the four files. So we'll do the cd/etc and then grab, and then we will do the grab user2 in passwd shadow group and gshadow file. So grab grab able passwd and group and passwd shadow. Make it in the sequence group and then G shadow. Okay, so we can see the entry in the passwd file. A user with the name Abel has been created here. UID is 1002, 1002. The home directory is home Abel. And gshadow in the shadow file, the Abel user is also there, and this is the encrypted password, and same is in the group Abel group and the 1002 group ID, and in the gshadow file as well. So this was the exercise for the user creation. So from there onwards, let's move on to the next exercise, where we will use the usermod and userdel command to user delete. So modify the login name of the user to the user to new with the -l switch and the UID to the 2000-u. And we can also change the home directory to the home/user to new with the -m and -m and the -d switch and login shell to the -s. So there are the different switches available we can use to modify these things. So here's the example of this thing. So it's not compulsory to use all these switches at once. It is just an example giving you that we can use the all switches as well at once. So, but if we would like to use any one of them, so we can do that as well. So we'll take a look into our example. So the first example here is the usermod -l switch and we use this -l switch tells the user mode that change the user name to the user to new. Okay. And then -m and -d, these switches tells the user mode command to change the user home directory to the /home/user to new. And similarly, -s switch tells the user mode command to change the shelf to sbin to the no login. The no login is a special cell which we will learn in upcoming slides. And -u means we are changing the UID, user ID, to the 2000 to 000. Okay, and at the end we'll tell the username on which this user mode command will get execute and will change all these values. Once we done this thing, we again grab the passwd and we can see the user name has been changed, and you can witness here, you can see here that the UID has been changed, but the group ID is still same, which was in the previous exercise. And similarly, the home directory and login has also been changed. So this is the user mod example. So let's go and do this exercise in our Red Hat Linux, and we'll do it in a simple way by changing the, let's suppose, only the user UID to the 2000. Okay. So user mode, and then we will use the -u switch to change the UID to the anything, any other number. So right now our UID is 1002. So what we'll do, the user mod -u, and let's suppose we will change it to something else like the 300. Okay, and then the user is our able. Okay. So no error here. So we'll do the grab cd/etc and then grab able passwd. So we can see that earlier the able user in the passwd, the able user has the UID 1002, but after modifying it, now the able user has the UID is 1500-1500. So this way we can change the any value of the user by using user mode command. Okay. Now the next example is to remove the user. So this is simple command, and using the userdel command, we can remove the user. So let's do it again. Userdel -r and then the username. So userdel -r and then the username. The user has been deleted, and let's check it out. So now here I'm going to grab the word able in the passwd shadow group gshadow file. Okay. So nothing returns here. So, and if you would like to go and check it out by opening these files as well, so we can do this thing as well. So like cat/etc/passwd. So you see, there's no user like able here. So we have removed the user from the system as well. Now, as I mentioned the no login shell in my previous examples in slides. So no login is a non-interactive user account. Okay. A no login shell is a special purpose program that can be employed for user accounts that do not require login access to the system. It is located in the /usr/sbin or sbin directory. With this shell assigned to the user is refused with the message, "This account is currently not available," displayed on the screen. If a custom message is required, you can create a file called nologin.txt in the etc directory and add the desired text to it. So no login, non-interactive user account. Typical example of the no login user accounts that do not require login access are the service accounts such as FTP, Apache, SSHD, etc. Let's take a look at an example that if we grab the no login keyword into passwd file, we can see there are many users are already there with the no login shell, such as bin, daemon, ADM, LP, mail, operator, games, FTP, nobody. Okay, so these are the different things. Different services account. These are also called the services account. Those not required to interactively log in into the shell. So let's create a user again with the no login shell. So using the useradd command and -s, -s will tell the which shell which we are going to select. Okay, so here we will select the /sbin/no login and the username user4, and we'll assign the password to this user as well. We are using the passwd command, and then we will grab the user into the passwd file, and we can see the user is here. Then we will try to switch the user to attempt to log in into it. So let's do it. So useradd space -s/sbin/no login. So let's do the clear screen. Useradd and -s/sbin/no login and user4. Let's user4. Okay. And then passwd to set the password for user4. The password has been successfully updated. Now let's grab the, let's do the cat now, and it doesn't matter. So cat will just display the whole file, and in the grab, we just only grab the particular keyword. So this is the user4 has been created here, and you can see this is with the shell no login. Okay. And same we can display with the grab command as well. So for example, my current directory is /etc, so I can do the grab and user4 and passwd. So it only displays me the line where the user4 keyword is available. Okay. Now we have created a user4 with the no login shell, and let's try to switch the user user4. So it displays me the message, "This account is currently not available," because this user is not an interactive user. It cannot log in into the system, but it requires for this some backend purposes. So I hope you have understand all this concept. We learned about the basic user administration and management. We learned about the useradd and useradd command, usermod command, userdel command, and the passwd. We also learned about the no login shell. So I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed the video.